Let's just think about this for a second. Imagine your day-to-day life. Every decision, every emotion, every single step you take, and it feels like it's being pulled by invisible strings. Strings held by your friends, your colleagues, maybe even total strangers. Does that ring a bell? You know that feeling, right? That little nagging sense that you're not really in the driver's seat of your own life? That your own reactions are just, well, a reaction to whatever the world throws at you. But what if you could just cut those strings? What if you could take back the controls, full stop? Today, we're going to dive into 5 powerful hidden rules drawn from psychology, from strategy, that can make you truly unstoppable. Think of this as your personal map to taking back your power. Now, to really see how this plays out in the real world, let me tell you about someone. Let's call him Alex. So, Alex was constantly swayed by what other people thought. He was that guy, too nice to say no to anything and way too sensitive to any kind of criticism. He was basically living his life on everyone else's terms, not his own. And you can guess the result, right? His energy was just gone, totally drained. His confidence, shaken right down to the core. He'd kind of lost his sense of who he was, all because he'd handed the control over to everybody else. Alex's whole transformation, his whole journey back to himself, it started the second he began to recognize what was actually controlling him. It's a simple act of just paying attention, seeing the triggers before you react. This is the moment you start pulling that center of control from the outside world back inside yourself, where it belongs. All right, so let's get practical. The first part of this map is all about playing the external game. It's about setting boundaries. And this brings us to our very first rule, which, while it might sound a little backward at first, stop being too good. See, there's this really fine line between being a kind person and being a people pleaser. And when you're always agreeable, it completely backfires. Real respect, it doesn't grow from just giving everything away. It grows when you find that perfect balance between generosity and self-respect. And the most powerful tool for finding that balance, that's our second rule. I want you to start thinking of it this way. The word no is a weapon. Every single time you say no, you're strengthening your own authority. This isn't about being difficult or a jerk. It's about strategic self-empowerment. When you choose when to say no, you create these crystal clear boundaries, and people, they just naturally start to respect them. Okay, so once you've started building those external boundaries, the real work begins. The focus has to shift inward. Because look, what you do on the outside is only ever as strong as your internal foundation. And that brings us to part 2, mastering your mindset. So, rule 3 is all about detaching from external validation. Think about it. When you rely on praise or you're afraid of judgment, you're literally handing other people the remote control to your emotions. Unshakable power comes from inside. When you're the one who approves of you, you become practically immune to manipulation. Now our 4th rule. This one can be tough, but man, it is so effective. Silence is the strongest response. We live in a world that screams for an instant reaction to everything, so choosing not to respond, that's a serious power move. Silence can disarm your opponents. It forces people to think, and it shows incredible confidence. And all of this, it all builds up to our final rule: own your worth. This is where everything we've talked about comes together. If detaching from others is your defense, then owning your worth, that's your offense. When your validation comes from you and you alone, nobody else can chip away at your value. Your actions become deliberate, calm, and 100% your own. So what happened when Alex actually put these 5 rules into practice? Let's circle back to him for a second and take a look at the transformation. By applying these rules day in and day out, he changed. He became resilient. He was composed. He was untouchable. He wasn't just reacting to the world anymore, he was acting with real intention, from a place of solid inner strength. So here's why all of this really matters. These rules aren't just some feel-good quotes you put on your wall. They are a survival map. They're a practical guide to stop letting other people mess with your emotions, your decisions, and your energy. So just remember the rules. Balance your generosity. Use your no like a tool. Get your validation from yourself, and learn to embrace silence. I'm going to leave you with one final thought. After hearing all of this, who controls your life now?